Hi everyone, my name is Jessie Chen and this is my final project. In this video, I will cover how to create a break-even analysis, a one variable data table, a two variable data table, as well as how to use goal seek and scenarios. And the reason why I wanted to use these tools and to show you is because companies often use these tools, especially when they're making forecasts for their next financial year and they want to know what is the level that they need to set their prices at, and what will their bottom line look like if they expect for it to be a bad year. And these are actually very valuable tools, so if there are any entrepreneurs out there, these are the tools that you can definitely use to help you succeed in life. So to start off with my break-even analysis, I first put in the formulas for how to calculate revenue, the total fixed cost, total variable cost, total expenses, and net income. And I had found that the break-even point is at around 59 clients. But the way that I thought of this was that you don't always want to be putting in random numbers in here and then hoping that you're going to get close enough to that break-even point. So I added a scroll bar. And the purpose of a scroll bar is it allows you to move around these numbers by one number increments to see how changing the number of total clients can affect the net income. And to do this, you go into the Developer tab, click Insert, Scroll Bar. You draw like a scroll bar here, and then you go to Properties. You set the minimum value, which is the minimum value that you want. For the shark swimming code, let's say it's 50. And the maximum value is at 125 because, you don't want there to be unsupervised swimming in the pools. And then cell link, you link this to the total number of clients. Okay. And then you're able to scroll up and down. So this is just an example, so we can delete that. But here you can see we can scroll up and down however much we want. Then for our one variable data table, I put in the values for the expenses, which is equals D18, which is equals to total expenses, revenue as equals D6, net income as equals D19. And the reason why that you don't see any values in here is because I actually formatted the cells so it was a custom and the type was 3 semicolons. That way no one can actually see the actual numbers in there and then get confused like, oh, why are these numbers here? Especially if you have clients and you want to show them this. So then once you have that, you select the table and then you go into Data, What If Analysis, Data Table, and then for my column input cell, I had put total clients. And then I clicked OK, which populated my data table as such. Then, because I wanted it to look like it was all conditional formatting in the net income column, I went to Home, Conditional Formatting, and then I did highlight cell rules, where if it was greater than 3,000, it was highlighted in green. If it was less than 0, it would be highlighted in red. If it was between 0 and 3,000, it would be highlighted in yellow. So that people, when they first come into this doc, they can see, oh, at 60, we're in like the okay, we're fine range because we just made it past the break-even point. But if we want to be profitable, we want to get over 70 clients. And then to also help visualize it, I created a graph where you can actually see this actual point between where the expenses and the revenue actually cross. Now onto my two variable data table. Basically what I did was I put in a formula over here where it equals B7 or net income, and I did the same thing where I formatted so that you couldn't see the numbers in here and get your clients confused. Then I highlighted the whole table, which before was blank over here. But basically I highlight the whole table. I do what if analysis, data table. The row input cell will be equal to the lesson fee, and the column input cell will equal to the total clients. And then because I want it to be very easily visualized like how I have it now, I did conditional formatting just like how I did on my one variable data table, where I highlighted the cells if it was greater than 3,000 as green, if it was less than 0 as red, and then in between 0 and 3,000 would be yellow. So this allows everyone to see it very easily exactly how much you can charge and how many clients you'll need to break even, and then how much to be really profitable. And then for my sales forecast tab, this is where I use GoalSeek. And in this, because we're a school, we can sell things like goggles, swimsuits, swim caps, and towels, but we want to see if we can make it to this goal that I had put into these cells. So first you go to Data, What If Analysis, GoalSeek. You set cell to E5. To value, you put in the goal amount, which here is 25,000, by changing cell quantity. And then you get that you need to sell 1,388.8889, which you can't sell that amount, so it's only 1,388 in reality. Then for swimsuits, you can do GoalSeek again, where you set cell to E6, to value 12,500 by changing cell D6. And then it'll calculate, and you'll get how much you have to price it at. So we continue doing this for the swim caps GoalSeek. Set value E7 to value 4,250 by changing cell D7, and it'll calculate the price for us. And then for here, once again, GoalSeek. Set value to E8 to value 18,675 by changing cell C8. Now GoalSeek is really useful for when you want to find out how much you have to sell or at what price you have to sell it at to reach this goal price that you have. So you can tell that towels, you need to sell 747 towels at $25 to get to that price. And now for my scenarios, I go to profit forecast, which basically we're trying to figure out what are these different scenarios in case, what is the best case scenario, the worst case scenario, and the most likely scenario of what our net income will be based off of the changes to retail sales and swimming lessons and fees. So what you do is you highlight the two cells that will most likely have changes, because retail sales and swimming lessons and fees, it's really hard for companies to predict how much they're going to get. And so scenarios take into account that you're going to be comparing these multiple variables and how that will affect the calculated outcomes, which is net income. So once you select these two cells, you go to What If Analysis, Scenario Manager, and I already have some here, but we can add a new one. And we can call this most likely to succeed from our marketing campaigns, per se. And then you click OK. Then you set the values in here, which is if you predict that you're going to get $70,000 in retail sales from one of our marketing campaigns, and swimming lessons will come to $350,000. Then you click OK. You're able to see, once you click Show, how that will come out as our net income, and it will come out to $341,683. So these different changes to what you think the retail sales will come out to and the swimming lessons and fees will come out to will affect how our bottom line will be. And then you can show them all, so that you can, when you're presenting to the board, you can say, well, this is our most likely scenario, these are our other kinds of scenarios. And you can actually create a summary for this in a new tab to show all these scenarios and how much you think the net income will be. So from all these tools that I showed you, the one variable data table, the two variable data table, GoalSeek, and scenarios, you can see how all the companies have all these tools in their tool case to help them predict and forecast for the future. Thank you.